Michael Shikha Niketan Higher Secondary Government-sponsored co-ed English medium school has taken an excellent initiative of teaching and make our students learn day-to-day lessons through audio and video in our YouTube channel. Teachers of all the subjects are working hard to enhance these online classes in the midst of this pandemic situation. It is a request to all the teachers, students and guardians to click the bell icon and subscribe our channel.
Hello students, now again I am going to take class 9 and my today's chapter is very much important topic of your grammar skill, tense. Tense is not only important for your exam, it is also very much important for any kind of practical life. Wherever we will go for any kind of exam, it will be like competitive exam, it will be like any kind of writing. Wherever you will go, you have to know tense properly, because without knowing tense, you can't even write down a sentence properly. Even you will write down any leave application to your principal, then also you have to know how to write sentence properly with tense. So we can understand that tense is very much important, and so we have to know what is tense. What is tense? It is a form of verb. What is tense? It is a form of verb, definitely, which takes to show the time it happened. Actually, the tense is related to the time. See here, I have written down, I have drawn, not written actually, I have drawn a picture of a clock. So, if I take the clock as an example or the clock as the example of time, then the action or the forms of verb, how the verb acted, when the verb acted, this time, the relation of this action and the time is called tense. And if it is the present form, then the before the present form is past and here it is future. See, here is present is now. Now what am I doing? This is called present tense, and before what I did, this is past tense, and what I am going to do, this is future tense. So, according to our English grammar, we have three kinds of tenses. These are these are past, present, future, and all these tenses are divided into four subcategories. These are simple continuous, perfect and perfect continuous. And in your exam, you will have some fill in the blanks with proper forms of words. So, to fill those blanks, you have to know proper forms of words, and proper forms of words means you have to know the tense properly. So, in this video, I am going to describe, or I am going to definitely I am going to describe the tenses, but this is all which are related to your forms of verbs which are going to you are going to face in your exam, which kind of questions you are going to face your exam. In today's video, I am just giving you the introduction of tenses, and in the next video I am going to give you the all kinds of examples you will face in your exam. So, we have known that tense are three kinds according to our English grammar: present, past. If present is actually we take the present as the middle one, and before present it is past, and after present it is future. But before going to do the tense, we need to know the forms of verbs. Which are the forms of verbs? Actually, forms of verbs are divided into 5 forms. The first one is base form. It means you can say the present. In present, if I take play, then the V2 form is its past form. Then it becomes played. Then it comes present participle, which is denoted as V3. And here the past participle form of played is played, and S or ES form. S or ES generally we can see in present form, and it S or ES we all know that has added with singular, third person singular number. So plays, and then ing form, it is playing. Okay, so here are the 5 forms of verbs. And if I take another example, then I can write down like go. Go is best form, past form V2 is went, V3 is gone, VS is goes, and VING is going. So these are the conjugation of verb, and I know that in your previous class you have already learned the tenses, you have already learned conjugation of verbs. Just we need to remember these base forms for the forms of tense, for forms of verb, whatever it is. You have to know the forms of verb. These 5 forms you have to know. Then let's come to our main topic of today's lecture. This is tenses. Okay, so as we all know, as we all have already have some basic ideas about tense, so I have to conquer the time, to short the time, to create a short lecture, I have drawn a chart. Okay, if you remember this chart, then you don't ever forget the tense. How? See, here I have written down past, present, future, and here the subcategory simple, continuous, perfect and perfect continuous. So let's start with present. Present simple tense means when we, not means actually, when we use present simple tense. Present simple tense is used when we talk about anything universal truth, anything habitual activity, anything which is simply happen in the present. This is called present simple tense. Like I am giving you an example. Present simple. This is I go to the market. I go to the market every day. So this is present simple tense. So what is the subject, what is the sentence structure? Nothing, just subject plus V1 plus object. Subject, this is the V1 form, and all this is object. So it is present simple tense. Now come to the past simple tense. Past simple tense means completed action. In the past time, which action is completed, to express this kind of action, we need to use past simple tense. Let's check how can we write down past simple tense. Nothing, just I went to the market. So here went is V2. So went. So sentence structure is subject plus V2. V2 means past form. V2 means past form of verb, then object. Past simple tense is generally used when we need to narrate something, narrate some past incident, at complete action. These are all is expressed by past simple tense. Then future simple tense. Future simple tense means which action I have not done, I am just going to do. These kind of action is expressed by future simple tense. Future action is denoted by future simple tense. In future simple tense, we can write down the sentence like I will go to the market. So here the sentence structure is subject plus will or shall. So here we need to use a helping verb or a modal auxiliary will or shall before the V1 form and then the object. We can see after will or shall always use V1 form. So I have done simple tense, present, past and future. Then continuous tense. Present continuous tense means which action is going on. Like I am doing the action. I am doing the work. It means the work is not completed. I am doing the work. It means ongoing action. So the sentence structure is subject plus be verb plus VING form plus object. So the sentence structure is subject, be verb, VING form and then object. So it is ongoing action, and past continuous is just like present continuous but which is happened in the past. Like past incompleted action, which action is incompleted in the past. So this action is expressed by past continuous. We can write down like this, I was doing this work. The work is not yet completed. So here I am using subject plus be verb plus VING form plus object. So this is past continuous, and it comes future continuous means future incompleted, nothing else. The subject sentence will be I will be going. I will be going there. Then the subject sentence structure is subject plus will or shall be plus VING. So it is subject plus will be plus VING form then object. So this is the sentence structure of future continuous tense. This is the sentence structure of future continuous. So I have done continuous tense. Then it comes perfect tense. Present perfect tense means perfectly completed action. Which action is perfectly done? This action is called, like suppose you have just come to your school. This action is not in past time. This is happened just before the present. So it is called past present perfect tense. How can we write down present perfect tense? Here we need to use have verb. I have done this work. So here I need to use subject, then have verb, then V3 form. Subject, then have verb. Have verb means has or have. Have or has, then V3 form, then object. So this is the sentence structure of present perfect tense. Then past perfect tense. Past perfect tense is little bit different from present perfect. It is the completed action referred to other. Like suppose there were two actions which already happened in past, but among between two incidents, which sentence happened first is always used as past perfect tense. Suppose we can write down like this: the train had the train had come before I reached. See, here are two actions. Number one action is train had come and then I reached. So, which happened first? Before I reached. Before I reached, the train had come. It means train had come is first incident. So, I need to use past perfect tense for this incident. So, past perfect tense is a completed action referred to other. So, this thing is past perfect. So, the sentence structure is subject plus had plus V3 form then object. And future perfect is just like other tense, future other perfect tense, future the completed action which is going to happen in future tense. This is called future perfect. The sentence will be like, I will have done this work. Actually, future perfect is used when the time of the work is certain, then we need to use future perfect. The sentence structure is subject plus will have or shall have, then V3, then object. Okay, these are, so I have done perfect tense. Next, the last one, last but not the least, perfect continuous. Present perfect continuous is started in the past but still continues. Like, it is raining from the morning and now it is afternoon. So, the action, the raining is continuing. So, here we need to use present perfect continuous. So, I can write down like this. It has been raining since morning. It means it is still raining, but it started not from now but just before now. So, it has been expressed with present past perfect tense, perfect continuous tense. The subject, the sentence structure is subject plus has or have been, then the V3 form, then the object, and then it is past perfect continuous. Past perfect is past incompleted action to reference to the other. This is called past perfect. Past perfect like, he had been reading since he had been staying, we can say staying since last year. So, here I have used past perfect tense and the sentence structure is subject plus had been plus V3 form, sorry, it is VING form, VING form, then the object. And so this is past perfect continuous. Then future perfect continuous. Future perfect is which action is incompleted in future. This is called future perfect continuous. Actually, in our grammar, modern grammar, we don't have any use of future perfect continuous. But as I have maintained this chart, I am going to write down the sentence structure. It is like subject, will or shall have been, V3, VING form, then object. But now in modern grammar we don't have any use of future perfect continuous. So if you remember this chart, you can easily remember the all kinds of tenses and their sentence structure. I think you don't you are not going to do any kind of mistakes if you remember these rules and if you remember the forms of verb. So in this video I have discussed the introduction, I have discussed some brief introduction of tenses, how many kinds of tenses, the forms of verb. In the next video I am going to discuss some important questions, some important fill in the blanks with proper forms of verbs, and in this video, next video, I am going to discuss how to fill in the blanks with proper forms. For this video, this is all about tenses and its kinds. Thank you.
Thanks for watching. Leave a like and comment. Subscribe. And do share the video among your friends.